All right, you guys asked for it, you got it. The Mandalay Bay story. 25 years ago, this past Memorial Day weekend, I walked through those doors with $200 to my name. And I walked out with $32,000. Let's check it out. So that used to be the studio for MMA Junkie Radio. If it wasn't for that studio and George and Goes, there would be no Action Junkies. They actually, Big George from MMA Junkie Radio, he's the one that named Action Junkies Action Junkies. Also, this is the studio. I'm trying to block this part out. I'm sure Roger will find the clips of this. This is where the diaper bet was paid off, where I had to go on their show. I bet on Conor to beat Floyd, and I bet on Conor to beat Khabib. One time I had to wear a diaper when I thought he was going to beat Floyd.
Just paying off a bet, folks. Just paying off a bet. I bet on Conor.
John, where can they hear the whole story?
Action Junkies. Go to the Action Junkies Facebook page. It's Junkeez because we don't know how to spell. And earlier today I was on the MMA Junkie Radio show. In a diaper for about 2 hours, sitting there with Big George and Goes and Angelo Reyes.
Who lost the bet, thought McGregor would win, and he had to wear a diaper for 30 minutes around Las Vegas if he lost, so there he is. To be fair, I think those are Depends and not a diaper, because that's what would fit. So, hey, you know, you had to get a tattoo once because you lost the bet.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I was the dope once.
What a dumb bet.
And I had to be on their show as a guest for like 2 hours, sitting there with a diaper holding a rattle, and I wasn't allowed to talk. It's crazy. So that happened in there, and then also the spicy chip episode where I had to eat that Pocky one chip challenge.
Do it.
Can you just count? I need
5,
to just
10 or 5?
3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
No, not
It
yet.
hasn't even started yet.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God.
That's the milk.
That's the milk.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me.
All right.
Oh my God.
Stay calm. That's the milk.
Stay calm.
That's the Pepto. I'm laughing at Julian, laughing at you, by the way. I'm not laughing at you.
I'm laughing at you.
That's the Pepto.
I'm
That's the
laughing.
one that worked. Remember that. And take it easy.
I'm going with
I'm with you.
Pepto-Bismol first. He said, I'm going to grab the almond low-fat milk.
Peanut butter and jelly?
This chip, it's like a Dorito chip. It comes in a red cardboard coffin, literally. It's one chip. It is the spiciest thing ever. It's the Carolina Reaper chip. I think the only thing hotter on the Scoville spice chart, I think that's what it's called, the Scoville spice chart, the only thing hotter than the Carolina Reaper. The Carolina Reaper is hotter than the ghost pepper, hotter than the habanero. It's the hottest pepper. The only thing hotter, I believe, is pepper spray. What I do love about this hotel is it's the best smelling hotel in Las Vegas. I don't know what this air freshener is they use, but it's like so good, like magnolias or something. I don't know what it is. They've changed the configuration of things a little bit since this day I'm talking about. But Memorial Day weekend of 2001, I would get to town. You know, I used to come to Vegas New Year's, Super Bowl, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Thursday. Any reason to come here, I would come here. But in this case, I came to Mandalay Bay, and this was the Monday of Memorial Day weekend. The Monday, okay? Why this is important is because all my friends left Monday morning. Me being the true action junkie degenerate that I was all the way back 25 years ago. Wow, so this was just the 25th anniversary just passed, this past Memorial Day weekend. I didn't even realize that. So I stay because I want to try to win some money. I got buried that trip, lost all the money. I had $200 to my name. No money in the bank, literally $200 to my name, such a psycho. And I told myself, I'm going to take the 200. You know how I call the cards? I don't always get it right, obviously. Sometimes I say, ace of diamonds on the river, and it's a 5 of hearts, right? But a lot of times I do get it. It's really weird. I've been able to do this for a really long time. I'm not always right, obviously, but sometimes I know it's coming. I can't explain it. It's like I know that sometimes I can be watching a baseball game and I go, oh, this guy's gonna hit a home run. And it's two teams I don't even care about. It's like it's the Brewers and the Astros. So it's not like I'm talking about predicting my favorite player or anything like that. I'm just literally, it's just like a flash that comes to me. So I've been able to do this my whole life. It's really bizarre. So what I can't figure out though is, when is it the feeling and when is it I hope that's what's gonna happen? I can't figure out the difference. But on this day, Memorial Day weekend, I knew I was gonna win 5 hands of blackjack in a row. I knew it. I was gonna try to go 200 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to 1600, 1600 to 3200. That was the goal. So I walked into this building and I walked towards the tables. It's such a crazy story. I've told this on a podcast maybe a couple times, and I think there's some clips out there from that episode. And the comments, of course, yeah, right, there's no way you turned. Here, turning $200 into $3,200 is impossible. You're not gonna do it. It cannot be done. Will not happen, cannot happen. But not only did that happen, well, I'll tell the rest in a minute. This is the exact table where it all happened. I walked up to this table Monday night about, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning maybe. It was 2 a.m. $200. I walk up, I put the $200 cash, and they give me the two black chips, and I tell the pit boss and the dealer, I say, guys, I'm gonna win 5 hands in a row, and I'm gonna let it ride every single time. We're gonna go 200 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to 1600, 1600 to 3200, 3200 to 6400, right? That's the plan. I win the first hand. I don't remember what exact the hands were, but I do remember this. We went 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, and now I put 3,200 up, and she won't deal the cards. And I'm like, what are you doing? I was hoping the little sign would come up right now, but that little sign where it says Shark Reef, normally if this was a live game, it would say what the minimum is. So in this case, I was at a $25 minimum bet table, 2,000 max. So here I am trying to bet 3,200. Well, the max is 2,000. So she says no. So I call the guy over and I said, wait a minute. I walked up this table and I said, I'm gonna let it ride 5 times in a row. 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32. You have to take the bet. The cards will be different. Of course they're not gonna be different. It's gonna be the same cards, whether you bet $25, $500, $3,200, doesn't matter. The card's coming out, and by the way, this was off as you can see, it's still the same table, still the same configuration. It's a continuous shuffle machine right there, meaning the dealer doesn't shuffle the cards. It just comes right out, the whole deck, and they just deal, they'll put a shoe right here, and they'll deal it right out of the shoe, but they take that 8 decks or whatever it is, it may have been 6 decks back then, or 8 decks, 6 or 8, who cares, I don't know, and they deal the cards, but it's constantly shuffling the card. That may just be the automatic shuffle. That's not the continuous shuffle. They may have moved it around. Like I said, they've changed the configuration a little bit. Anyway, the point is, any blackjack pro, Don Johnson. Don Johnson, you probably will hate this. You'll be like, there's no way you did this. John Sarasani wouldn't be caught dead playing this machine. Vegas Pauly C, there's no way he's playing continuous shuffle. There's no way anyone that plays blackjack on a professional level, or even just as trying to get as much edge as possible as a player, there's no way you'd be caught dead playing a continuous shuffle machine. Like, they'll all tell you, no way, don't do it. Some of the best wins I've ever had are actually playing on that for whatever reason. Anyway, call a guy over and I go, you got to take the bet, 3,200. He says, okay, one time. You can make the one bet, but after that, 2,000 table max. I said, okay, 2,000 table max. I bet the 3,200 blackjack. I get dealt blackjack. Pays 3,200 plus 1,600, 4,800. I've got piles of money. I started with $200, I don't know, 9 minutes ago, and now I'm rolling in it. I dropped the bet down to $2,000 a hand, and it was literally, if you've ever seen the movie Rain Man, it was like that. Everything went the way the book says. If I get 8s, even against a 10, you split them, and I'd get a 3, double down, get a 10, get a 2 on the other hand, double down, get an ace, whatever. It was literally like that. Whatever I bet, I won. I don't know how many hands I won in a row. It was insane though. Like the best run to this day I've ever had. I've had one other run that was sort of like that, but this was just crazy. Okay, so now I get to where I've got 32,500 and I'd lost like 2 hands in a row. I have 32,500. I started with $200. It has to be one of the best blackjack win stories in the history of blackjack. I can't imagine anyone's really done better than that. Like, it's just crazy. Okay, I've got 32.5. So I'm like, you know what? I lost 2 hands in a row. I'm gonna call it. So I cash out. I got 32,000, and I walk down to that. You can probably see it from right here. See where it says cashier? And I get $32,500. So I'm coming back, and I remember this Memorial Day weekend, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, flip-flops. I got this 30 grand and all these cargo shorts so that they're in all the pockets, right? I'm walking back this way. I gotta pass this exact table. At the time, this lounge didn't exist. This side right here was actually craps tables, craps and roulette. This whole row was craps and roulette. This lounge didn't exist then. I'm walking by and I've got a little OCD. So as crazy as it sounds, I can't go up to my room with 32,500. I can go to my room with 32,000. I can go to my room with 33,000. I cannot go to my room with 32.5. That $500, So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play my favorite thing to bet at craps, Krakenberger's gonna hate this, is betting $500 that they're gonna roll a 12. It's only good for one roll, but it pays 30 to 1. So I'm gonna do 500 bucks. If I hit it, I'm getting $15,000. I bet the 500, and now it's like, whatever, 3 o'clock in the morning, let's say. And it's empty. Casinos, it's Monday night, technically, right? It's empty. So I bet the 500 on 12, I roll the dice, I don't roll a 12, I got 32,000, and now I'm headed to my room, and so that craps table was like right over there, like by where the railing is, the staircase. So now I gotta come back this way to head to the elevators to go to my room. Well, as I'm walking back now, I'm walking past the same table I won all this money. The dealer looks at me, makes eye contact with me, and she says, round 2? I'm like, that's a sign, right? Clearly that's a sign. So I'm thinking, all right, I've got 32 grand. I'll take 2,000. If I lose, I go up to my room with 30,000 even. I can live with that. So I walk up, I get all black chips. I start to bet a couple hundred, and I'm like, it's hard when you've been betting 2,000 a hand to now drop your bet to 200. If you win the hand, it sounds crazy. If you win the hand, you feel like you lost 1,800, right? This is the sickness, the blackjack sickness. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just bet the whole 2 grand. Screw it. And if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. So I bet the $2,000 and I get an 11. So I have to double down. So I double down and I lose. So now I have 28,000. So now I'm thinking, well, all right, let me get back, let me just get back to 30,000 and I'll quit, right? Go up with 30,000. I'm not gonna go up with less than 30,000. I had 32.5, now I'm at 28. So I bet the 2,000 and I get like 2 sevens against like a 6 or something like that. I split them, I get a double down. So now I've got 6,000 out there, I lose. Now I got 22,000. I'm like, oh my God, this is nuts. Let me just get this back to 25,000 and I'll quit, okay? Swear on my mother's grave this is a true story. I swear on my mother's grave. If I got the 22K, I bet the 2,000, I lose. I'm like, oh my God, now I got 20. I bet the 2,000 again, I lose. I'm at 18. 2,000, I lose. I'm at 16. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, okay. Let me just go home with 15,000. I'm gonna play $1,000 hand. I'll go home with 15,000. This is it. If I can run this 1,000 back up, great. If not, 15K. I still started with 200. We're at 15K. It's okay, right? Okay, so I bet $1,000 and I have to double down. So I double down, I lose. So now I'm at 14. Oh my God, this is crazy. So now I'm mad. I bet the 2,000. I'm like, now I've lost like whatever, 5, 6 hands in a row, whatever it is. Law of averages, right? You hear me say law of averages says I win a hand of poker. Okay, so 2,000. I get a split and a double and a split and a double. We're at like 11. This goes all the way back down to 3,500. Guys, I'm literally on the brink of tears. I have 3,500. Now it's like, whatever, maybe 4:30 in the morning. So all the older people, the early risers, they're coming down to start their day. So now this guy comes up to the table, and I guess the rodeo was in town. So this guy comes, he's got a big giant cowboy hat, big giant belt buckle, some Wranglers, right? He sits down, but now remember, I've got 3,500 in front of me. It's a $25 minimum table. So it looks like I'm crushing it, but he doesn't know the history. And he literally looks at me and he goes, how you doing there, Biggin? He calls me Biggin. How you doing, Biggin? I go, it's no good. He's like, oh, you got all the money. I go, no, you don't understand. I just had 32,500 and I just literally gave it all back. He goes, well, come on, son, get it back. I go, get it back? Are you new to Vegas? There's no get it back. You can't, what I did is impossible. No one's running 2,000, like I said, up to 3,200, let alone 6,400, let alone 10 grand, 20 grand, 32.5? You're not doing this ever in your lifetime. This was my one big score, and I have now screwed it up, and I have 3,500 left. He goes, come on, Biggin, get it back. I'm like, whatever. The only thing keeping me at the table at this point is my suite, because I'm comped, because I was a true degenerate back then. Now I'm just semi. My suite's at the end of the hallway. If you've ever stayed at Mandalay Bay, it is a huge hotel. I think it's like 5,000 rooms or something crazy. So the elevator to the end of the hall is like the Green Mile. It is like the walk of shame. There's no way I can do this walk in my little flip-flops right now, shorts, and I'm just not. So I'm just stuck at this table. Just, it is what it is. So I'm betting like 200, 300. This guy's talking my ear off. He's driving me nuts. I'm not really paying attention to the game. I'm just, I'm betting. I'm just playing normal blackjack. All of a sudden, I've doubled the money. I'm like at 7 grand. Before you know it, we're at 10 grand. Before you know it, I'm at 15. I'm like, wow, do I stop? And I'm like, one last hand, and I win that. And now I get to like 18, and I'm like, well, let me see if I can get to 20. If not, I really will stop if I go back down to 15. I'm back at betting 2,000 a hand again. Guys, I got it all back. 32.5. I swear on my life, 32.5. I get it back. The cocktail server comes by, and I was drinking. I don't drink. I never drank. And remember, I'm in that other state of mind, whatever. So pineapple juice is the drink of choice. She brings me pineapple juice, and I've got 32,500. I color up. I've got the one pink $500 chip, and I said, here, this chip got me in a whole lot of trouble a few hours ago. I'm gonna pay $500 for a pineapple juice right now. And I gave her the $500, and I went up to my room, 32K.